Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. Of all things, I liked books best. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs. The future, for which I have really worked, is mine. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. We crave for new sensations, but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and, if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. My mother had taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. Invention is the most important product of man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human needs. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation, and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. If you only know the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe. Avoid sex in old age after it comes to kissing and then talking. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. Drunkenness is an exercise in madness. No man is free who cannot control himself. Reason is immortal, all else mortal. Number rules the universe. Friends share all things. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. Above all things, respect yourself. All is number. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. Declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. Anger begins in folly and ends in repentance. He who sows the seeds of murder and pain cannot reap the joy of love. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. In anger we should refrain both from speech and action. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. No man is free who cannot command himself. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in few. Above the cloud, with its shadow, is the star with its light. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. As long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who sows the seeds of murder and pain cannot reap the joy of love. Choose always the way that seems the best. However rough it may be, custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. Most men and women, by birth or nature, lack the means to advance in wealth or power, but all have the ability to advance in knowledge. It is only necessary to make war with 5 things: with the maladies of the body, the ignorances of the mind, with the passions of the body, with the seditions of the city, and the discords of families. We ought so to behave to one another as to avoid making enemies of our friends, and at the same time to make friends of our enemies. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who sows the seed of murder and pain cannot reap joy and love. If there be light, then there is darkness. If cold, heat. If height, depth. If solid, fluid. If hard, soft. If rough, smooth. If calm, tempest. If prosperity, adversity. If life, death. There is geometry in the humming of the strings. There is music in the spacing of the spheres. Never trust a friend who speaks bad of his comrades. If you cannot have a faithful friend, be your own friend. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. The doctor heals the disease, but nature heals. Idleness is the source of all vices. Where there is no idleness, there is no evil. Excessive food causes disease. All disease begins in the gut. Everything is good in moderation. Very often the best medicine is to go without it. Never put off treatment until later. When the brain is healthy and in a calm state, a person thinks sensibly. The human soul develops until death. Time always contains an opportunity. Any excess is contrary to nature. Doctor's first commandment, do no harm. The drunkenness of fathers and mothers is the cause of the weakness and sickness of children. In despair, the sick person brings himself closer to death. Tell me what you eat, and I'll tell you what ills do you have. Declare the past, diagnose the present, foretell the future. Disease that come from overwork are cured by rest, and those that come from idleness are cured by work. Both sleep and insomnolence, when immoderate, are bad. When in a state of hunger, one ought know to undertake labor. New food can only be taken when the old one is out of the stomach. Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity. If you are in a bad mood, go for a walk. If you are still in a bad mood, go for another walk. Walking is man's best medicine. As to diseases, make a habit of to things to help, or at least to do no harm. Life is short, art long, opportunity fleeting, experience treacherous, judgment difficult. Marriage is a fever, inside out, it starts hot and ends cold. There are in fact two things, science and opinion. The former begets knowledge, the latter ignorance. The life so short, the craft so long to learn. Just as clothiers clean cloth, knocking it off of dust, so gymnastics cleanses the body. Before you heal someone, ask him if he's willing to give up the things that make him sick. The natural healing force within each of us is the greatest force in getting well. It is far more important to know what person the disease has than what disease the person has. That which is used develops. That which is not used wastes away. Healing is a matter of time, but it is sometimes also a matter of opportunity. Extreme remedies are very appropriate for extreme diseases. Natural forces within us are the true healers of disease. Cure sometimes, treat often, and comfort always. The doctor is a philosopher, for there is no great difference between wisdom and medicine. When sleep puts an end to delirium, it is a good symptom. Disease always comes either from an excess or from a deficiency, that is, from an imbalance. Hunger weakens and kills a person. Heavy food destroys the human body, therefore, you need to look for the middle. A wise man should consider that health is the greatest of human blessings, and learn how by his own thought to derive benefit from his illnesses. Neither satiety, nor hunger, and nothing else is good, if one transgresses the measure of nature. The soul is the same in all living creatures, although the body of each is different. If we could give every individual the right amount of nourishment and exercise, not too little and not too much, we would have found the safest way to health. The physician must be able to tell the antecedents, know the present, and foretell the future, must mediate these things, and have two special objects in view with regard to disease, namely, to do good or to do no harm. People think that epilepsy is divine simply because they don't have any idea what causes epilepsy, but I believe that someday we will understand what causes epilepsy, and at that moment, we will cease to believe that it's divine, and so it is with everything in the universe. Burning yourself will always make you shine for others. Frequent and causeless fatigue portends an impending illness. Do not tell your illness to anyone, otherwise you risk getting advice that can harm you. Avoid sex in old age, because at this age, it is safer to use other source of pleasure. Men who masturbate 2 to 3 times a week have more life.